35 years after his death, the family of Lee Van Cleef has finally confirmed what many fans and film historians long suspected, shedding new light on the life of a man whose on-screen persona often overshadowed his true character, personal struggles, and quiet integrity, revealing that behind the steely gaze, sharp features, and unforgettable presence was a deeply complex individual shaped by hardship, discipline, and unwavering professionalism. Lee Van Cleef rose to fame as one of cinema's most iconic Western villains and anti-heroes, particularly in spaghetti westerns, where his commanding presence and nuanced performances elevated every role he touched. Yet despite his success, he never sought the spotlight or the celebrity lifestyle, preferring a reserved, private existence that allowed his work to speak for itself, a trait his family now confirms was intentional and deeply rooted in his personality. According to those closest to him, Van Cleef was often misunderstood as cold or intimidating, when in reality he was thoughtful, loyal, and deeply committed to his craft, valuing discipline, respect, and professionalism above fame or public approval, and this contrast between perception and reality became a defining theme of his life. The family's revelations also confirmed that Van Cleef endured significant physical and emotional challenges, including career setbacks and injuries that threatened his livelihood, forcing him to rebuild his career at times when many believed it was over, yet his resilience and refusal to compromise his standards allowed him to stage remarkable comebacks that solidified his legacy as a cinematic legend. They further acknowledged that Van Cleef was fully aware of how audiences perceived him and accepted it with quiet dignity, understanding that his unique appearance and intensity made him unforgettable, even if it limited the range of roles offered to him. And rather than resent this, he embraced it, focusing on delivering authenticity and depth to every performance. The family confirms what fans long suspected, that Van Cleef's greatest strength was not his tough image, but his inner discipline, humility, and commitment to excellence, qualities that earned him immense respect among co-stars, directors, and crew members who recognized his reliability and dedication. Off-screen, he was a devoted family man who valued privacy, routine, and personal honor, choosing stability over excess and integrity over fame, a decision that may have kept him out of tabloid headlines but ensured a life lived on his own terms. Even after his passing, his influence continues to resonate across generations of filmmakers and fans, and the family's confirmation finally completes the picture of a man who was far more than the characters he portrayed, revealing that the suspicion held by many, that Lee Van Cleef was a principled, disciplined, and quietly honorable individual, was not only accurate but understated. Ultimately, this revelation transforms public understanding of Van Cleef from a cinematic archetype into a fully realized human being, reminding audiences that true legacy is not defined by noise, controversy, or attention, but by consistency, character, and the lasting impact of one's work, proving that even decades after his death, Lee Van Cleef remains an enduring symbol of authenticity, resilience, and timeless cinematic excellence.